What's the first thing that happens when you create an object in Java? You guessed it, a constructor gets called. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is a constructor? Well, in the world of Java, constructors are a special type of subroutine that's called upon the moment an object is created. Their primary role? To initialize the object's member variables. Here's a fun fact. Constructors bear the same name as the class they're part of. It's like a welcome sign for the new object, and it says, "Hey, this is where you belong." And unlike other methods, constructors don't return a value. They're not about getting something back, but rather, they're about setting things up, making sure everything's in order for the new object to feel right at home. So, in the simplest terms, constructors are the welcoming committee that gets things set up when a new object arrives on the scene. Now that we've met our welcoming committee, it's time to see them in action. Let's dive deep into the intricacies of Java constructors. Picture this. A constructor in Java is like a special method that is used to initialize objects. But here's the kicker. It's not just one size fits all. We have two main types of constructors, default and parameterized. First up is the default constructor. Think of this as the no frills option. It's called a default constructor because it doesn't take any parameters. It's Java's way of saying, "Hey, I've got you covered. If you don't define a constructor, I'll create one for you." It's like the automatic pilot of constructors. You don't have to lift a finger. But what if you want to take the wheel and steer the course of your object's initialization? That's where the parameterized constructor comes into play. This constructor allows you to initialize objects with specific values right from the get-go. Let's say you're creating a book class and you want to initialize it with a title and an author. You can define a parameterized constructor that takes these two parameters and assigns them to the corresponding instance variables. It's like giving your objects a personalized welcome into the world of Java programming. But wait, there's more. Java is quite the considerate language. It automatically provides a default constructor if no constructors are defined in the class. That's right, if you decide to skip defining a constructor, Java will default to creating one for you. It's like having a safety net, ensuring your objects get initialized no matter what. In essence, constructors are like the unsung heroes of Java programming. They work behind the scenes to ensure your objects are initialized and ready to go. So whether you want to go with the flow and let Java do its thing, or you prefer to take charge with parameterized constructors, it's all in your hands. We've covered a lot of ground. Let's take a moment to recap the essentials about Java constructors. So, you've probably come to realize that Java constructors are more than meets the eye. They are the unsung heroes of Java programming, silently working behind the scenes to initialize our objects. Remember, the constructor bears the same name as the class it belongs to, making it easy to spot in the wild. But it's not all about names. Constructors play a pivotal role as they don't return a value. This is a key distinction that sets them apart from regular methods, which typically return a value. Instead, constructors are all about setting up, preparing our objects for the tasks they're designed to perform. It's also important not to overlook the difference between default and parameterized constructors. The default constructor is like a blank canvas, waiting for you to fill it with properties. It's automatically provided by Java if no other constructor is defined. On the other hand, a parameterized constructor allows you to customize the initialization, setting specific properties right from the get-go. So whether you're using a default constructor or a custom one, remember their purpose: to initialize your objects and get them ready for action. The constructor is like the director yelling "action" on set. Remember, constructors are your first step in object creation. They get the ball rolling and set the stage for the rest of your code. Thanks for sticking around and exploring the world of Java constructors with us today. If you found this information valuable, do us a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with your friends or anyone who might find it useful. And if you're passionate about Java and programming, subscribing to our channel is a no-brainer. We've got plenty more educational content coming your way. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more Java tips and tricks. Until next time,